we've now got all the nail tips totally blended in on both hands, double check the length, make sure they're all the same, etc. What I've done to the nail tips is I've just sprayed them with a sanitising spray, and that is just to make sure that the nails are totally clean. We don't want any dirt and grime on there being trapped underneath gels, causing unsightly green patches. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that before, where you can get green splodges on the nail. It's actually mould under the nail where you've had dirt, etc. So always make sure they're really clean. Give them a good spray over with a sanitizer. What I'm actually applying over the top of these tips is a product called Acrygel, and it's actually an acrylic powder. So you've still got your powder, but it's actually mixed with a gel. It's fantastic. It's really strong. It's got the strength of acrylic. Because the gel is soakable, you can soak them off really easy as well. So what I'm going to do is get some gel on my brush, so just the small amount, working on the little finger here. And I've got my acrylic strengthening powder. I pick up some powder, and it'll form a ball exactly like acrylic would, so we just haven't got the liquid. And then apply to the nail. The nice thing about this as well is because it's with a gel, it's actually self-leveling. You want to get the product right to the edge of the nail, but don't touch the skin. If you touch the skin at all, that's when the nail will actually then just lift, peel and fall off. Get it really close up to that cuticle area. You want it as close as you can, but again, not touching the cuticle area. Keep the product nice and thin. You don't want really chunky extensions. And once you're happy, smooth down. If you notice, I always pop the product on in the centre of the nail and then just work out from there and spread out. If you were to put that blob straight at the cuticle and it was to be a little bit too runny, it's going to flood. And then I just work it where I want it to go. So right to the edge of the nail. Work it right to the cuticle, but not touching. Always remember that gap. And then smooth down. If you're ever in doubt that you've touched the skin, as I say, if you touch the skin, it will peel off. You can get an orange stick, and then what I like to do is just run it right round the outside of the cuticle and down the side wall. What I like to do as well is work on just 2 nails at a time, to make sure that the gel doesn't spread any further, it doesn't shrink up the nail, so that you get the gel exactly where you've put it cured straight away. These do have to go under a UV lamp. So I've got 2 nails that I've just worked on there under the lamp curing, and then I'm going to work on these 2 nails. So what I would actually do is, again, select the appropriate amount of gel to cover the nail mixed in with the acrylic powder. I'd work on these 2 nails, and then I'd get my client to swap over. So if you swap. Then I'd actually work on these 2 nails, always do 2 at a time, and the thumbs I do totally separate. A tip to remember when you're working on the thumb, so say I've just applied all the product to this thumb, get the client to pop their hand into the lamp like so. I'll just get you to demonstrate that, Lydia. And that's purely so the UV will cure the entire area. If the thumb is on its side, the UV won't touch a certain part of the nail and it won't cure it. You'll find when you wipe the finishing wipe over at the end, it'll wipe it off. So always get clients to sit with thumbs up, like so. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish these off. You'll want to do 2 layers of this acrylic gel, and that'll be absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is just go along and do 2 layers on every hand, and then in step 3 we'll show you how we finish them off.